Howdy everybody. Cheers to hopefully a better 2022 than 2021 was. Haven't made a video in regards to the car in a long time. 2021 just kind of hit me real hard, and I just kind of had to buckle down and put racing off to the side for a little while and take care of life, take care of business, take care of things at home, and hopefully this year we'll get things back to where they should have been all along. But we'll see how that goes in the next few months. But if you remember a year ago, I blew this thing up, and I believe I understand why I blew it up now. So what we have back in here now is a brand new fresh J35A4 with P2R's ported series race heads. So you've got all your SuperTech valve train and port matched intake runners, heads, whole 9 yards, custom J-pipe, big intake. She's ready to rip. So why did the last one blow up? So the last one blew up, I believe, because I have a surge tank under the car, where the fuel goes from the stock fuel tank to the surge tank to where it never loses pressure all the way to the last drop. The people who installed it, just because it was a fueling system, I didn't really want to install it because I don't really understand AN fitting. So I said, let me let somebody do this who has all the stuff. So they did it. Was the same people who dyno tested it, and they never put a return line to the surge tank. So the surge tank sends it to the motor, and then the fuel return goes back to the stock tank. Well, the problem with that is the fuel pump in down here is faster than the one here. So this will empty and then cavitate, and you can actually hear it, but the car will run fine. But what ends up happening is it ends up getting hot. It ends up sending little pockets of air through the fuel line, and it ended up leaning out one cylinder. So I hope that is what the situation was. I'm gonna go ahead and put a fuel return on it and hook it all back up the way I believe it's supposed to be hooked up. I contacted Radium Engineering, Radium Fuel System, shout out to them. They're the ones, the surge tank. They told me, nope, you have to have a return going to the surge tank. So I think that was my problem all along, and I burned up number 2 piston in that block right there. So that one's still there, still good. All I really have to do is just swap a piston out of one of those 2 blocks, and I can probably put it back together. But since I'm gonna go ahead and tune this, and it's already tuned, I think it can be fine-tuned, but we've got the AEM V2, and I think if I kind of set it up for the J35A4, then the J32A2 will be, I don't know, a little bit different. All I can really think is the stroke's a little bit shorter, so we're gonna stick with this. I actually have another fresh short block. I ordered 2, so we have a completely fresh bottom end on this, and I have another one at my office, and we can blow this one up and shove another fresh one in it if we want to. But hopefully it won't blow up again. If it does, then I'm doing something wrong, and I'm hoping to fix it with the fuel pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The car kind of timed out on a lot of things. So the fire suppression system, it timed out. The window net timed out. So it's time to replace all that. So I ordered everything from Summit. I went ahead and got me a air fuel ratio gauge. So hopefully won't be messing around doing nothing stupid anymore, and I won't burn nothing up. So as far as the car is concerned, just needs a little bit of time, and we'll be back on track. But business has been wide open, and you know, when the work is there, you gotta work. There's no time to play. So hopefully I'll get more time off this coming up year, and we'll go out to the track. I think my plan is to race in March. So somewhere between now and March, I have to find a test day, and I'm gonna take the car up there, and we'll throw the GoPro in it, and we'll get some test laps on this thing. I think we get 4 35-minute stints for like $400. So that'll be a pretty good test day, and I'll take y'all along with me for that. But until then, I just kind of got to wait and get the car running to where I think it will actually perform on track. and not blow anything up. So here is the new Fireline fire expression system. It comes with I guess it's aluminum on the inside of that one. I like the fact that it comes with 8 spray nozzles and a bunch of T's. It comes with 2 pull cords, so I'm gonna have to mount one on that exterior part of the car. Either what I was actually thinking about doing was bringing it over here and putting it somewhere kind of like over here where you can pull it, or because we have this kind of cupped in area here, pop it right there to where you can put it to where it's not out. So that's my plan, somewhere on the exterior of the car. But I kind of like the kit. It's definitely nicer than the old one. And I got the old mounts taken out, and right now I'm working on taking out all the screws for all the old piping and all the old jets. So we got to take all that crap out and get this new one put in. Alright, well, it's all in and it's all hooked up, everything except the pull cables. So basically I followed the instructions, what it talked about, all the T's. Basically this one here is going to go back and protect the trunk. It's going to have a sprayer for the battery and for the stock fuel pump. And I have one line here going down underneath the car, spraying that direction towards the surge tank, the other fuel pump. Then it's going to come up here. This will be spraying towards the driver's feet. And this one up here will go and spray the upper torso area of the car. Now if you come over here and you follow this where it splits off, so 50% is going to go this direction and another 50% is going to go up here. So this line here is going to feed all the way up to the engine bay, follows all the way along the base of that, going through the firewall. And what I did up here, I put one sprayer here and I went ahead and clamped it there. So this will spray the front half of the engine. I have one nozzle there. That's going to spray, because all this is your fuel area. So I'm going to end up taping that kind of in an upward position, kind of like so. And then also put another T in the line there, and that comes up, and another nozzle is put right there. And that nozzle sprays basically, because we have our fuel rails here, I was kind of figuring it'd be a smart idea to go ahead and put some there. So I got that one there, that one there, and that one there. So we got 3 in the engine bay, got 2 inside the cockpit here, 1 underneath the car, and then 1 in the trunk. So I think that's pretty good for today. That's the most work I've done on this car in almost a year. And also I fixed the fuel pump issue. I had all the stuff to do it in my toolbox and I didn't realize it, so I went ahead and hooked up all of those hoses to that back of that surge tank. Now I know my strap looks a little janky. All that is a secondary support, kind of a backup. So I just have it there as kind of a safety in case the mounting bracket were to break off the car, or the bolts rattle out, or something crazy were to happen. I just felt like it was a smarter thing to do. But the car runs great now. So I just kind of got to button things up, and I'll take it for a test drive tomorrow. It's getting a little dark outside, so figure I'll wrap it up here. I wanted to take a minute and show everybody my dog Ginger. Ginger was the reason why I couldn't race in 2022. She got into a bad dog fight and was torn to shreds, and it took me all of 7 months to tend to her and basically raise her back to health. And here we are in 2022, and she is finally doing fine. You can see all of her scars, all that happened back in May. So it's been a long ride. I will always have to keep some sort of covering on her, like this jacket, to prevent her from scratching her wound. This is her here, 7 months after healing. You can see how that giant patch of skin that was missing is only now about 1 inch wide and 5 inches tall. A little bit of a knot on the top of her bones there, but other than that, she's fine. Everything got sewed up or stitched up or pulled itself back together. I had to give her a bath every single day for 150 days to wash the infection away. It was very stressful. Well, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'm sure anybody who's watching this video is probably already subscribed. Anybody, you know, been here for well problems or whatever the case may be. But today is about the car, since I have not made a video on it in almost 6 or 8 months. But hopefully we'll get some track time on this thing, and we'll see how much better she performs, you know, this year versus last year. It should probably drop about 5 seconds on a lap time. So hopefully we can reach that goal, and we'll see what we get. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good one.